First on point, we look at the Jungle Raj debate in Bihar from a data perspective. In the second on point, we look at the Balasore abuse controversy. In the third on point, we pay tribute to the marathon man Fauja Singh. And let's take a quick look at the headlines. Back on Earth, Shumanshu Shukla piloted SpaceX Dragon makes successful splashdown. Nimisha Priya's execution postponed in Yemen after India's diplomatic intervention. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar meets Chinese President Xi Jinping, discusses bilateral ties during the SCO meet. Rahul Gandhi granted bail in defamation case for remarks made against soldiers during Bharat Jodo Yatra. Lecturers arrested in Bengaluru for raping and blackmailing student. In Pune Porsche crash case, juvenile to be tried as minor. SC stamp Samay Raina calls his jokes on disability disturbing. IMD predicts light to moderate rainfall in the national capital region this week. Kremlin says Trump's statements on Russia and Putin are serious, require analysis. The sensational murder of businessman Gopal Khemka on July 4th amid a spate of killing in Patna has revived the discussion around Jungle Raj, originally coined by former Chief Minister Yadav's critics to describe lawlessness during his regime. So the question is Bihar returning to Jungle Raj? Has crime risen to levels seen during Lalu Prasad's tenure, which his tenure and his wife's tenure lasted for 15 years? Let the data speak. Now let me take you through data. It's a comparative data. Rape has seen a fall in percentage, minus 36.6. 2004, 1,390, 2022, 881. Robbery, it has seen minus 23.6. It has also fallen. Dacoity, minus 80.3. Murder, minus 25.8. Now let us look at how murder rates in Bihar compare with the national average. In national average, Bihar, if we compare, has not done well. So when it comes to murder rate, when it comes to murder FIRs, I don't think Bihar has done well. But larger issue is there a return to Jungle Raj in Bihar, because elections are going to happen very soon. Since Gopal Khemka's murder in the heart of Patna on the July 4th, there have been many other high-profile murders reported. In 11 days, 11 murders have been reported. Now let me play out the bites of Tejasvi Yadav, Nityadan Rai and Prashant Kishore on it, and then we shape our debate.
चुनाव आ रहा है, जाने वाले हैं, विदाई तय है, तो जो बोलना है वो बोल दो। क्राइम कैपिटल तो बिहार हो गया है। कितना अपराध हो रहा है वो आप लोग तो कवर कर ही रहे, दिखाई रहे कहाँ कहाँ किसकी हत्या नहीं हो रही है। डेली हो रहा है, गोली चल रहा है, डेली अपहरण हो रहा है, डेली रेप हो रहा है। कोई पूछने वाला है? सब लोग अचेत अवस्था में।
1990 से लेकर 2005 तक जब यहाँ जंगल राज था और अत्याचार भय का माहौल था, बिहार बदनाम हो गया था, बीमार हो गया था, उस समय की स्थिति भी उनको याद करनी चाहिए और आज की स्थिति देखकर उनको प्रसन्न होना चाहिए कि आज बिहार में विकास है। उस समय विकास भी नहीं हो रहा था और जंगल राज भी था, अपहरण का धंधा चलता था। आज बिहार से पलायन की बात लोग करते हैं तो वह पलायन की अवधि भी वही थी, यहाँ से मजदूर तक पलायन हो गए थे, इसलिए कि हाँ उस 15 वर्षों में उद्योग धंधे ठप हो गए थे, व्यापारियों का अपहरण हो रहा था, उद्योगपतियों का अपहरण हो रहा था, डॉक्टर इंजीनियर का अपहरण हो रहा था, खुलेआम हत्या हो जाती थी, बलात्कार हो जाता था, तो इसलिए उसको जंगल राज कहा गया था।
अगर इस व्यवस्था से आप परेशान हैं, इससे हटना चाहते हैं, तो आपके पास दो रास्ते हैं। या तो लालू जी का जो लालटेन था, जंगल राज था, बिहार में भ्रष्टाचार, अपराध, जमीन की दखल करने वाले लोग, मर्डर, बदमाशी वाला राज चाहते हैं, उसको वापस लाइए। या आपके पास विकल्प है, एक नई व्यवस्था बनी है जो बिहार के 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोगों ने मिलकर एक दल बनाया है, एक ईमानदार और सशक्त प्रयास शुरू हुआ है, आप उसके साथ जुड़िए।
Okay, now there is an entire debate which is taking place on the Jungle Raj. Bharatiya Janata Party also fired another salvo. Opposition is saying that there is no law and order in Bihar. So there is a release by Bharatiya Janata Party. Just let's take a quick dip into it. Let's play the NAT, and this is what they have pushed out in social media.
असर गली के गुंडों से लेकर पॉलिटिक्स तक 90 के दशक में बिहार में लालू यादव की सरकार बनी, जिसके बाद ही वहां अपराध का वो दौर शुरू हुआ जिसका असर गली के गुंडों से लेकर पॉलिटिक्स तक पड़ा। लालू यादव ने अपने जंगल राज में शब्दों की वो डिक्शनरी ही तैयार की थी जिसकी गूंज हर गली और हर मोहल्ले में सुनाई देती। और तब बिहार में पढ़ा जाने लगा था क से क्राइम, और बिहार को कांपने पर जो मजबूर करता था वो था इसी क्राइम से पैदा हुआ ख से खतरा। खतरा इसलिए क्योंकि दिन दहाड़े क्या पता कब किस पर चल जाए, ग से गुंड। और जनता ही नहीं, जानवरों को भी गोली देकर जो उनका हक मारा जाता था उसे कहा जाने लगा घ से घोटाला, जैसे कि चारा घोटाला। जैसे आज अंधे का मतलब कुछ नहीं होता, वैसे उन दिनों पुलिस का भी कोई मतलब नहीं होता था, सब चलता था खुल्लम खुल्ला। लालू ने बिहार को शिक्षा के नाम पे जो लॉलीपॉप दिया था उसका नाम था जैसे चरवाहा स्कूल, जहाँ पढ़ाई से ज्यादा बच्चों को मिलता था।
Well, if there is a Jungle Raj or there is not a Jungle Raj on this issue, we ought to debate. We have Kuntal Krishna, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, Ravi Shankar Ravi, spokesperson RJD, and I am also joined by Ajit Kejha, psephologist, senior journalist. Now let me straight away go to Ravi Shankar Ravi, and then I'll go to Kuntal, and then I'll come to you, Ajit. Mr. Ravi Shankar, the data says otherwise. BJP has taken out its release. Why do you say there is a Jungle Raj in Bihar?
No, well, see, it would be trivializing if we just classify the crimes and organized, unorganized, cognizable, non-cognizable, etc. But just merely by comparing between two periods, we cannot undermine the worsening situation of law and order in Bihar. What is happening? The bootleggers, the illegal alcohol mafia, land mafia, sand mafia, injecting drugs mafia, they are mushrooming, and they can't mushroom without the protection of the people from the establishment. So, and if you go back before 1990, that data should also be brought here into the picture, and then compare the phases. And
Okay.
see, by just comparison, we cannot and we should not undermine the situation what is happening. And every now and then we listen that there are opposition people of opposition parties are involved. See, by alleging the opposition parties, you can't absolve yourself of the responsibility to maintain law and order and curb the crime.
Okay, Mr. Kuntal Krishna, do you think that it's a narrative which is being made against Bharatiya Janata Party?
Karthik, see, I was listening to my friend from RJD. He made one true point, that there can't be any comparison between these two regimes. Absolutely, there can't be any comparison between 2005, pre-2005 and post-2005. Pre-2005, Karthik, if there would not have been 10, 15 murders a day, not have been a dozen of kidnappings a day, not have been a few rapes a day, not have been few abductions a day, that would not have been a normal day. A dozen of murders, a dozen of kidnapping, these were normal, new normal for that regime. And Jungle Raj was a word not coined by any of the political parties. It was an honorable justice from Patna High Court. After looking into the situation of that time, he very painfully termed that whole regime as Jungle Raj. It was not BJP. It was honorable justice from Patna High Court who termed this whole regime as Jungle Raj. Now, why are we concerned? See, post 2005 when BJP and JDU came to the power, we made a promise to the people of Bihar that we will establish a rule of law in Bihar. And we fulfilled that promise. In Bihar after 2005, an environment was built where the Bihar, no state can be crime free, but Bihar was not that Bihar. People started having that confidence that, okay, there is law and order in the state, the law and order rules the state. And this was a narrative which was set by NDA government in Bihar. No one can expect and no one can accept this thing that there is a murder every day in Bihar. That's why even one murder in any corner of Bihar is worrying everyone as well as is worrying us. We are also worried. This is not acceptable. We gave a confidence to the people of Bihar. They started living their life as a normal human beings. People who have migrated from Bihar, industrialists who have migrated from Bihar, they started coming back. Pre-2005, almost every industrialist has flew Bihar. If you want to assess law and order situation in any of the state, you just look at the industrial development, industrial growth. Pre-2005, between 1990 and 2005, there was negative industrial growth in Bihar. And the moment at present when we are talking on this topic, we are debating on this issue, around 3 lakh crore of investment is on its way. This is the Bihar which was changed by NDA government. If there is even one crime, it is a matter of concern because neither us nor people of Bihar is ready to accept that Bihar will have any crime.
Okay. Let me take an opening comment from Ajit. Ajit, is there a substantive difference between the government of Lalu and Rabri and the one which has been led by Nitish Kumar minus that tenure when he was with RJD?
Yes, I would argue that there is a substantive difference if you take crime as the central indicator. Crime did fall quite a bit, especially in the first 10 years when Nitish Kumar became the chief minister, because the entire idea, the entire sort of agenda of Nitish Kumar was to crack on crime and try to get Biharis who had moved out, especially businessmen, to come back. And there was a very sort of what I would call a very optimistic environment. But at the same time, having said that, I would agree that if you compare it to the past, the RJD period, 15 years, there is a qualitative difference. But having said that, Bihar, remember, is still the bottom of the entire country in almost all indicators, and especially in areas like education, there has been no development at all. It's a pathetic situation. The quality of education right now, but for the first time in Science College history, whose principals used to be the brightest, Bhatnagar Award winner in chemistry, a home science lady from whatever has been made the principal. I mean, similarly in Patna College. So what I'm saying is education is pathetic, health is pathetic, and also I agree with the RJD spokesman who pointed out that this whole mafia, two kinds of mafia, the sand mafia and the other is the alcohol mafia. They are basically, in a way, rampant across the state. If you move around, if you move from UP to Bihar, you can see the difference. The sand mafia, both sides of the road, they capture it. You cannot travel. I just did, you know that I did a 6
I know you were in Bihar. I know you were in Bihar, sir. Just let me play out bites of Manoj Jha, Shahnawaz Hussain, Umesh Singh. Then I'll come to you, Kuntal, because there's another part of this debate. So what is the Bihar election being fought on? Law and order or job? The last time Tejasvi made job a big issue. Though Tejasvi couldn't come to power because, the Congress performance was on the very, very poor side. But the fact of the matter is that the last time the election was on a different issue. Let me play out this bite and then we'll say what is the heart of the narrative in Bihar as of now. Let us play the bites now.
वो चांद नहीं मांग रहे हैं इलेक्शन कमीशन से, कह रहे हैं कि ये परेशानियां हैं। आप इतने प्रेस टाइमलाइन में बिना पारस्परिक विमर्श के और भागीदारी के, आप सिर्फ इसलिए कि आपने बैठा बिठाए एक चीज सोच लिया, किसी के इशारे पर सोच लिया कि इसको मुकम्मल करना है, कम वॉट में, ऐसे लोकतंत्र नहीं चला करता, ऐसे संवैधानिक संस्थाएं नहीं चला करती हैं। तो कोई भी हो, नेता प्रतिपक्ष लगातार संपर्क में है और हम कोर्ट की हियरिंग का भी इंतजार कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये जो क्योटिक सिचुएशन है, अराजक सिचुएशन है, ये सिर्फ इसलिए है कि आपने 2003 वाला किसी को स्मरण भी है, कोई विरोध हुआ, हाहाकार मचा, आपने कोहराम मचा के रख दिया।
बिहार में कानून का राज है, अपराध और अपराधियों से कोई समझौता बिहार सरकार ने नहीं किया। जंगल राज के वक्त में ऑर्गेनाइज क्राइम होता था, पुलिस का, सरकार का और अपराधी का नेक्सस था। आज कोई नेक्सस नहीं है, कोई भी हत्या करेगा जेल के सलाखों के पीछे जाएगा।
जब तक लालू प्रसाद यादव जी हैं तब तक आरजेडी है, उसके बाद आरजेडी का क्या होगा? और लालू प्रसाद यादव जी से 15 साल तो जनता, बिहार की जनता देखा ही किस तरह लोगों को जिंदगी जीने पर अपने मजबूर थे, किस तरह अपने जिंदगी को जी रहे थे, किस तरह के लोगों का दुर्व्यवहार लोगों के द्वारा, चाहे वो अधिकारी हो, पदाधिकारी हो, आमजन हो, किस तरह से कष्ट में लोग जिंदगी को काट रहे थे, सब लोग जानते हैं।
Okay, Kuntal, you wanted to come in? Kuntal, you wanted to come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Karthik, see, Bihar, any election post 2005 will be fought on only two issues. One, law and order. Next, good governance. These were the two issues which has seen a considerable difference between the regime which Bihar saw before 2005 and which Bihar is seeing post 2005. These are two basic things, very basic things, Karthik. With all due regards to Mr. Jha, he was saying that sand mafia, liquor mafia. Sir, you name any sand mafia which you know and you will find his association with RJD. The biggest sand mafia in Bihar, Arun Yadav, ex-MLA RJD, Subhash Yadav. He went to file his elections in handcuffs along with Tejasvi Yadav. Present MLA from Danapur, RJD MLA, Ritlal Yadav. He is into jail for minimum 50 grievous cases. What a coincidence. You name any mafia and you will find his association with RJD. There is a popular saying in Bihar, sir. Karthik, there is a popular saying in Bihar. Jahan bhi dekho Rajat ka jhanda, wahi tumko milega baitha koi gunda. This is what Bihar has experienced and this is what Bihar is experiencing. So law and order and good governance. These are the two basic factors which are going to shape any elections in Bihar.
Okay, Ravishankar ji, what do you, आपको क्या बोलना है इस पे?
The situation has changed and the narrative is also changed. Now the Susasan Babu is also being called as Susasan Babu. And I think had he been well, he would have definitely addressed to the people and the media the kind of incidences that are taking place. But anyway, and secondly, see, 90s were a different kind of time. There was a kind of political power was shifting to the marginalized and deprived section also, and we can look at it differently also. I mean, from what perspective we are looking at a period is also important.
But you know, it doesn't. But it doesn't.
Many people.
But it doesn't give a. It doesn't give you the political space, isn't that, Mr. Jha? You know, people have strong memories. It's like comparing Mulayam Singh's regime with Mayawati in Uttar Pradesh. People would say, यार कुछ भी कहो, मायावती के टाइम पे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ठीक रहता है in 90s and early 2000, but whenever you know there's a सपा government, उपद्रवी हो जाते हैं. You know that sort of an analogy would always be there, and you know even today SP can never shake off that image.
I would tend to agree with that. I would agree that RJD, whenever people talk of RJD, especially the 15 years they were in power, and people get, they associate that with basically crime, with non-development and things of that sort. However, having said that, for the last 20 years, Nitish Kumar has been in power, right? Along 17 years with the BJP. Absolutely decline in education. He has not done much in education. He hasn't done much in health. We saw that during the COVID period, how Bihar was, absolutely helpless when all these workers were returning from the metros. Number 3, jobs have not been created at all, which has become the big agenda, by the RJD, by the Congress, by Prashant Kishore. Similar situation with all kinds of other development indicators, except for the position of women, which has increased, which has become much better in terms of literacy, in terms of other indicators, because Nitish ji is, at least, as I keep saying, the first 10 years was absolutely brilliant when it came to lot of these programs for women.
But
in the last 10 years...
Ajit, do you think the people are going to buy this Jungle Raj debate? I mean to say elections can take place on multiple issues. कई बार तो इलेक्शन बदल भी जाता है. मोहन भागवत के स्टेटमेंट पे चुनाव हार गए लोग 2005 में. एक वाक्य से एक स्टेटमेंट से चुनाव हारा था. But they also made a thumping comeback in Lok Sabha election. I mean to say the fortune changed. But so do you think it's the Jungle Art debate that is happening, or is it a job debate that is happening, or it's just pure play? Let's call it the caste arithmetic that will have its say, because in Bihar, physics and chemistry both operate together.
Karthikeya, look, the voters who were born, let's say, in 2005 or 5 years before that, they have become voters now, right? For them, all they have seen is Nitish Kumar as chief minister for 17 years with the BJP. They are very unhappy because for them, jobs matter more. For them, opportunities matter more. For them, they go out, they see other states in India, and they see a certain stagnation in agriculture, in industries, in Bihar. I mean, take the case of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh, extraordinary record of agricultural, productivity growth, which was a Hindi heartland Bimaru state. In Bihar, agriculture is pathetic. The same situation in industries. No industries in 20 years. In 20 years, Southeast Asian countries transformed and became advanced countries, and Bihar continues to remain at the bottom of the ladder. Now, that is something that youngsters don't like. For them, I think the debate is jobs, crime, of course, but they don't remember the Lalu Raj. People like me and maybe Kuntal Krishna and our RJD spokesperson, we might remember the Jungle Raj, but youngsters don't. And that is why you find such big crowds surging towards Prashant Kishore or surging towards Yashwi Yadav.
Kuntal, is he the X factor or... Is he the X factor or
yeah.
Let Kuntal answer that. Is he the X factor?
No, Prashant Kishore has not proved anything yet. He has still been someone who is looking the whole game from outside, and he is making big claims. Prashant fought few elections and the result clearly showed that he is not at all a factor in Bihar. Prashant is no factor in Bihar.
No factor. No factor.
No factor in Bihar. The whole election dynamics in Bihar is between NDA and UP. Let me be very, very clear.
Okay.
There's no third factor in Bihar.
Okay.
And one more thing, Karthik and Mr. Jha, for both of you, Bihar is one of the most politically awakened and politically sensitive state. And in Bihar, it is not only physics and chemistry which plays together, but it is physics, chemistry and history which plays together. So you don't worry, but definitely there would be few basic factors which will be affecting elections. Whole of the elections will be around good governance and law and order, because law and order is something which is lifeline of any state. Bihar has seen the times when you don't come back by 5 o'clock in the evening, your family was worried that whether you will come back or not. Bihar has seen that time. So for us, definitely law and order is a big issue, and good governance is another big issue.
No. If law and order is not a big issue, Amit Malviya wouldn't have tweeted out that. The fact is that it had become a part of debate. That 3.5 minute clip which I have seen is in itself very exhaustive, which means that you acknowledge that somehow people are talking about the crime issue, or else that such a compact 3-minute clip wouldn't have come out. Ravi Shankar Ravi?
Yeah. Just one observation on the data which were shown. Jharkhand was not separated at that time. It's a united Bihar. So if after the separation, if we take the data, it would be different. Anyway, I'm not trying to defend that ways. Secondly, two things are also important. One, during the regime of Laluji, the media was free. Reports used to be published in electronic media and print media, and FIRs were also being lodged. There was no restriction, or there was no instruction to the investigating agencies. During the time of Nitish Kumar, these two things have taken place. First, either the media was muzzled or media worked in connivance with the government. Secondly, the investigating agencies were also instructed to take the FIR as minimum as possible. I belong to the place, so I know this this has happened there. This is my submission.
Okay, Kuntal.
See, Raviji, enough of these political jargons. Please, no one is going to listen to you. No one is going to listen to you. My honest suggestion, get rid of these mafias, get rid of people like Ritlal Yadav and Arun Yadav, Sanjay Yadav, get rid of people like them who are a black spot on the face of good governance and law and order. Get rid of these criminals, get rid of these mafias, and please come and talk about development issues. First, you have this kind of changeover, then only you can think.
Okay, I've really run short of time. Kuntal, I've given you enough time. 30 seconds to you, Ravi. 30 seconds to you, Ravi. Yes. Then I need to take a closing comment.
The media should also collect data on how many criminals have been released on payroll during the last 20 years of Nitish's regime before elections, and the connection of Nitishji or the present regime with the Bahubalis and mafias in Bihar.
Okay,
that's
Ajit,
all I would like
okay,
to say.
Ajit, you have covered elections when Lalu was the chief minister, Rabri was the chief minister. Today, again, you were there doing the pre-election work. Don't you think there's a substantive ground difference?
In terms of crime, yes, there is a substantive ground difference. I agreed with that. And even in terms of visible indicators like roads, for example, even electricity, to some extent even water at home, there is a visible difference. The problem is that education and health has taken a beating, almost as bad as the RJD years. And number two, as I said, jobs. the state has not grown in terms of, there's no industrialization, absolutely zero. Agriculture has been stagnant. Only services sector, and by the way, services doesn't mean computers, just banks and things of that sort. So there are no jobs. So therefore, you have a serious migration problem in 20 years.
But Ajit, what is my understanding is, every time both of us discuss basic issues of development, but it never boils down to vote. And I think the vote takes place on a completely different. I'm really sorry, Kuntal, I just can't accommodate you. I've really run short of time. And ultimately, our election programming of Bihar will continue. It's not going to end today. It's going to happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So there's a huge debate taking place on Jungle Raj. But yes, today we can say that the data says otherwise. So this was on point one. And the second on point, we look at the Balasore suicide controversy, which happened because of the abuse after a short break.
एसोसिएट स्पॉन्सर डायना प्रीमियम ब्यूटी सोप, पहली झलक करे खूबसूरत।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कर आता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल